and welcome to your official Christmas forecast for 2024 and those temperature trends as this year is coming to a conclusion so quickly. I'm here to answer some of your questions like, is it looking like a wet one for Santa, and how does 2024 end with those temperature trends? Yes, it is coming to an end quickly, so let's break down your forecast together. First, I'm going to go over a local forecast, then we'll go a little bit more across the US because I know a lot of people are going to be traveling for the holiday. First, let's talk about how the weather's looking like before Christmas, because maybe you're going to be that person that wants to do the last minute shopping so your kids don't find out what you have for them. And you can see Tuesday, December 24th, 2024, we have temperatures ranging in the mid to upper 40s across a good portion of Missouri and Illinois. So I do have some rain chances leading up towards Christmas, but the good news is it should be all rain because most of our temperatures are going to be above freezing. As you can see, a lot of 40s on the board. Now for Christmas Eve, let's talk about this. We do have a potential for some showers and just rain as we head towards early Christmas Eve, especially along in south of I-70, and we could have some more off and on showers and some rain during the day on Christmas Eve. Now by the time we get towards Christmas Day, I have some better news for you guys because that rain I just mentioned should end by early Christmas morning. Now again, this is a mild Christmas by far, and yes, 40s are still chilly, but this is mid to upper 40s, and of course if you're closer to the city, you have highs that may even be touching that 50-degree mark. You can see even parts of southwestern Missouri could even get in the lower 50s, and that's also because parts of the southern part of the US are going to be dealing with a really mild Christmas. Let's go over the weather across the US as we head towards Christmas of 2024, and you can see a very mild Christmas is favored across the south. I mean, just look at how the south parts of Texas is baking in the 70s for highs for Christmas, so that's even barbecue kind of weather. Parts of Mississippi and of course even Florida, of course, is going to have those temperatures in those mid to upper 70s, so a very mild Christmas favor to the south. Again, here in St. Louis, mid to upper 40s, that's still mild, so no white Christmas for us or even places down to the south. But we can talk about a white Christmas for some places in the US, like a colder/white Christmas favored across parts of the Northeast. You can see those colder temperatures up there. And if you're someone that just wants to have a white Christmas, or maybe you're just like, hey, I'm heading in the Northeast, what's the weather going to be like? Or I just want to be somewhere where it's actually going to snow for Christmas, where snow can be found in parts of the upper Midwest and parts of the Northeast, and even the Pacific Northwest. Parts of the Pacific Northwest, as you can see on this graphic from our Weather Prediction Center, is indicating the potential for at least an inch of snow as we head towards Christmas morning. You can see those probabilities are pretty high across parts of the upper Midwest and parts of the Northeast. So if you're heading in that direction, you definitely want to be careful, but if you're looking for a white Christmas, that's where you're going to go, because again, especially parts of the south of the US, especially like states like Texas, notice how a good portion of the US, even us here in St. Louis with mid to upper 40s, it's all going to be liquid precip. But again, I think any rain should clear out by early Christmas morning. Of course, let's look at those temperature trends to wrap up 2024 as we transition to the end of this year. And wow, there's so many things that have happened this year that I know we're not going to forget. Of course, one of my favorite ones was the solar eclipse earlier this year. So what a great year it's been, right? And it does look like we're going to end off pretty mild to end off 2024, so that equals above normal temperatures. Considering our normal highs for this time of the year range in the upper 30s to lower 40s, and we're not going to be in that kind of territory. In fact, you can see some pretty high confidence of above normal temperatures through the beginning of next year. So definitely that looks to be the case this time around, and this kind of goes around that holiday forecast, because as we head towards like the very end of the year, as you can see me going to that 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, we're sort of now leaning above normal because that confidence is a little bit low. And that's because I'm seeing some signs of colder weather as we head towards January of 2025. So of course that could change a little bit, but remember that prediction in my winter weather outlook I was talking about? I'm seeing some signs of that coming into fruition, at least with the signs of colder weather into parts of January, I should say. but I think it won't begin right away. That's why, as you can see, those temperature trends from the Climate Prediction Center have above normal temperatures into the very beginning of January, and then I think as we proceed into January, that's probably when we're going to get those below normal temperatures to start coming in, or at least colder weather. Again, it's a little bit too far out to start talking about this, but I just wanted to give you that heads up that we could be seeing some colder weather beginning next year, at least after we get into the gist of January after a little while, because we have these above normal temperatures at least right now to wrap up the year 2024. So that's really all I have for you when it comes to your Christmas forecast and wrapping up this year, but know that I'm not going anywhere. You can follow me over on X as this year comes to a conclusion, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, for those outdoor weather reports. I go a little bit more in depth in a lot more shorter videos than this, talking about your Christmas forecast and temperature trends. And of course, if there are any days where I just need to bring you something very urgently, that's why you want to follow me over on X, because it takes me only a few seconds to just get on my phone, make a video, and post it over on X. It takes me a little bit longer to come down here and post a video on YouTube. So for those urgent updates, I should say, you always want to be following me over on X. And then, of course, when I'm ready to, I will get that information sent over on YouTube as well. But that really wraps up this year with your Christmas forecast and temperature trends. It's definitely been an honor talking to you about the weather this entire year, and I'm looking forward for what next year has to offer. Again, this year's just been incredible. I mean, from the solar eclipse that we had to northern lights earlier this year, I mean, this year has just been so incredible, and I don't know how next year can beat this, but we're going to see what happens, because every year has its own story to tell, and I know that will be the same thing for you. So for you, your family, your loved ones, I'm wishing you a happy holidays, safe travel wherever you're going to be going, and of course, a happy new year. Enjoy Christmas with friends and family, whether you're going to be in the south, where you're definitely going to be dealing with those mild temperatures, or even in the northeast, where they're expecting some snow. I'm hoping for safe travels for you and your loved ones wherever you're going to be going. But until then, happy holidays. I'll see you over on X, and I hope you have a great start and a great end to this year.